Come on in and welcome to my kitchen. In my last video, I showed you guys how to make turkey stew. If you're yet to see that video, I'll be leaving a link in the description box below, or I'll be leaving a link up this side of the screen for you to click. You might find one or two things that you'll learn from that video. Heading on to today's video, it's a recipe that is very dear to my heart. I failed at making this recipe a gazillion times, and I had to ask myself, what is going on? What am I doing correctly, or what am I doing, incorrectly? And so along the way, I've discovered tips and tricks on how to get the texture that I want with this recipe. What recipe am I talking about? I'm talking about Akara, which, by the way, you must have seen from the title of the video before you clicked. And so I like my akara to be crunchy on the outside and tender on the inside. And boy, trust me, I have this recipe down. And if you've been missing the mark on making akara that is crunchy on the outside and tender on the inside, and that is not flat, then this video might be the all you need. And I'll be sharing those tips and tricks, like I said, on how I make this akara and get it as a hit back to back in my household. So, without us speaking too much, let's get to cooking.
For the full list of ingredients that I used for this recipe, it will be left in the description section below. Please, for other videos on my channels as well, I have the full ingredient list in the description section for those who usually comment and ask me for that. Soak your beans in very hot water for at least 3 to 5 minutes. This will help you remove the peel from the beans easily. Now, after about 5 minutes, start scrubbing as shown in this video. You see, because I soaked the beans for a little while, the peel of the beans is coming off easily than if I just went in and started scrubbing the beans from the get-go. Add water and allow the peel of the beans to float onto the surface. Sieve out that floating peel of the beans into the sieve like so. Do that cautiously so that you will not end up pouring the beans right into the sieve, just as shown in this video. Be careful when you're sieving that out. Repeat this process of scrubbing and sieving until almost all the peels from the beans is removed. Now, I'll be showing you a way to conserve water. Place a bowl underneath and do this as shown in this video. Sieve out that water into the beans and repeat the process. Continue to do this, like I said, until almost all the peels from the beans is off. If you're OCD like me, I'm sure you'll want all the peels from the beans to come off. But you know what? If you don't have that patience, it's totally fine if you have a few beans there and there that has the peel still on it. You can blend them and, fry away. Add salt into that washed beans and pour in some water to soak. This process is very important because it has so many benefits to it. For instance, the salt that you added into the beans will not allow the taste or the flavor of the beans to leach out into water that you're using to soak the beans. After at least 3 hours of soaking, sieve out your beans into the blender as shown. Add in your pepper and onion. Spoon in 1 teaspoon of salt or to taste. And blend away. You will notice that I did not have to add water to these beans when I'm blending. That is another advantage of soaking your beans before blending. Scrape down the sides of the bowl for uniform blending, because you obviously don't want some beans to be grainy and then some to be smooth. Continue blending and do this process at intervals. After about 5 minutes of blending, feel the batter for smoothness. If you feel grainy, you might be tempted to want to add water. But, my brethren, in the cooking world, verily, verily, I say unto you, calm your body down. Continue blending for like another 2 to 3 minutes. If you notice no difference, only then would I recommend you adding water to it. And it should be done teaspoon by teaspoon. Keep blending till all the batter is very smooth and set this aside. This, my brethren, is the final consistency we are aiming at, thick and smooth. I would say it looks like a thick pancake batter or even tomato paste. Set this aside and let's prepare our oil. Into your wok, pour in enough oil and preheat it on medium heat. We are going to whip some air into the life of this batter. So at the initial time, we are starting at the level of about 2 mils or liters thereabout, but the level I have it in that mixing bowl was at the level of 2. So I'm going to use my hand mixer, beat the hell out of this batter and until it's about double the size of what we began with. This is a closer look of how the batter is in progress. Keep beating. Beat, beat, beat and beat, 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 beat and beat. I'm having fun with this video. Excuse me. You see, at the beginning it was at that level of 2 and now it has gotten to the almost up to level 6. Give yourself a thumbs up at this moment. You see how it looks when you use the spoon to scoop it? Just like one whipped cream. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for, whipped cream. It looks like whipped cream consistency. To a bowl, pour in some water and set this aside. Scoop in the batter. The sizzling of the oil shows that the oil is preheated very well. After each scoop, put back the spoon into the bowl of water that you have. This will help you achieve a uniform shaped akara. Keep scooping like so. Flip your akara over once the underneath has turned golden brown. Don't overcrowd the wok because you need space to be able to flip the akara very well. Ooh, that akara looks so golden and so yummy. Sieve the akara when it has gotten to your level of brownness. Repeat this process like before. Scoop in, rinse, scoop in. Now I'm going to show you one trick that helps me get that crunch on the exterior of akara. After you scoop in, take your spoon and you splash the hot oil on top of each of the akara. This step is very crucial if you want a crunchy akara on the outside. That oil that you are splashing on top of each of the batter will give that out exterior that crunch. Keep doing this until the underneath is turned golden, up to your preference, and then flip over. Continue frying for a bit. It takes me usually about 3 minutes for the complete frying. This last batch is actually a favorite of mine. Growing up, we called it Eru Akara, meaning Akara crumbs. I love it so much because when you put it in your mouth, it is so crunchy, and I love that crunchy feeling. It's also the best part of Akara for my toddler. Ooh, Akara is ready. Let's see how it looks. Tender on the inside.
Boy, oh boy, let's have a taste. Mmm. 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 It tastes so good. I need you to try this recipe. Like, seriously, try this recipe and leave your feedback in the comment section. Please, I love to read you guys' comments. Like, I love it. I love to see the success people get. And don't worry if you did not get this at the first try. Trust me, like I said in the intro, I failed at getting this recipe a gazillion times before I actually. But I think with the tips and tricks that I shared with you guys, you should be able to nail this, because I've shared the same recipe with a lot of people and it is foolproof, I assure you. Let me know in the description box below what trouble you're running into, what it is that you're doing incorrectly that you feel that I might help you with. And I'll do my best to, give you the answer to, that I feel that I have, This tastes so good, like really good. Pair this up with custard and you'll have yourself a fabulous breakfast, and your family will love it. And the good thing about it is that you really don't need too much ingredients. For instance, you could see the amount of beans that I actually used. That suffices for a family of 3, which is me, my toddler, and my husband. And it's really nice. Trust me, it's really nice. Anyway, before I finish this akara in front of you guys, let us end this video. It's quite lengthy already. So until next time, when I see you again,
Let's learn and cook together. Bye bye.